I'm Alyssa, one of the testers here at Sweet Pea, and today I'm going to show you how to join fabric to create binding for your quilts. To work out how to measure your fabric and to attach your binding to your quilt, we have a blog article on our website. We'll leave a link in our description below. You're not going to have a piece of fabric long enough to cut your binding fabric in one strip, so this is where joining fabric comes in handy. If you have a smaller piece of fabric that you really like and want to use for your quilt, you can cut it up into strips about 3 inches wide and join together, creating one piece of fabric. This joining fabric method is also great if you want to use multiple different colours or pattern fabrics in your binding. So the things you'll need are obviously going to be your cut pieces of fabric, a cutting mat, your sewing machine, and then the little tools that will help, a pen or chalk marker, some pins, rotary cutter and ruler. And now I'm going to show you how to join the fabric together. So I've got one piece of fabric, one strip, right side facing up. And then I've got my second piece of fabric, right side facing down. And I'm going to be placing that over the top. They can overlap a little bit as well. So that's right sides together. And we're going to be stitching from corner to corner, which is a 45-degree angle. And to keep those pieces of fabric in place while I am stitching, I've got some pins. I'm just going to lightly pin these 2 pieces of fabric together. So I'm just putting my second pin in, and that should be enough to keep it nice and still while I'm stitching. But before I stitch, I like to make a guideline of where I'm going to be stitching. So I just grab a pen, or you can use a chalk marker and a ruler. So I'm going to grab our Sweet Pea ruler. And I just mark from corner to corner. And you're not going to be seeing this pen line, so don't worry too much. Okay, so now I've got that, and I can move over to my sewing machine. So I'm going to place it nice and flat on my sewing machine. All right, so I'm just going to place it directly under my needle. I'm going to put my needle down first. And I'm going to put my machine foot down, hold it in place. I'll do a couple of stitches forward and then back stitch. And then I'm going to continue along that line. I'm going to remove my pins as I go. Remove my second pin. And tie it off. And cut the thread. And now I have stitched the 2 pieces of fabric together. I'm now going to be bringing it over to my cutting mat. Laying down flat. I've got my rotary cutter and my ruler. And I'm going to be cutting 1/4 inch from that stitching line. Use the mark on my ruler as a guide. And now they are nicely joined together. I'm going to be taking this over to the ironing mat and ironing the seam flat. Okay, so I've got my ironing mat and my iron. I'm just going to open up that seam and iron it flat. And turn it over. I can do the same from this side. And we can go ahead and cut these little extra pieces off the edges and any loose threads. And that is how you can join strips of fabric together to create a long piece of fabric for your binding. You can join as many pieces as you like to make it as long as you need. That's how you join fabric strips together for your binding. If you liked this video, make sure to like and subscribe.